Hello and welcome back to Road TRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode is number 994. We are in the final week of the Final 50 Trivia Challenge. This is part 7. Today we have a 21-question trivia quiz from a viewer named Brooklyn. It's got 20 questions up front and a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end of the video. If you need to stick around for that, this is a really good quiz. I think everyone's going to enjoy it. Good luck. Question number 1. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints takes its teaching primarily from the Christian Bible, taking into account compiled writings from 3 other additional prophets. These 3 prophets' names are Nephi, Ether, and which other? Who is the best known of the 3? The third is Mormon. Question number 2. Since their 5,126-year Mesoamerican long count calendar ended on December 21st, 2012, what ancient civilization gave rise to overblown panic in 2012 and is believed to have had its capital in Tikal in present-day Guatemala? That ancient civilization was the Mayan civilization. Question number 3. While it is commonly known that the Great Pyramids are the last surviving of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, what type of structure, whose name has come to describe any above-ground tomb, was situated in Halicarnassus and is the most recent to be destroyed? That ancient wonder was the mausoleum at Halicarnassus. Question number 4. What book, described by John Steinbeck himself to be his magnum opus, was published in 1952 in large part with the goal of describing in great detail Salinas Valley in California, and was given a title that combines a cardinal direction and a famous biblical setting? That book by John Steinbeck was called East of Eden. Question number 5. What character of Tom Clancy fiction fame is employed as an analyst but always ends up doing field work and has been portrayed in film by Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin, Ben Affleck, Chris Pine, and John Krasinski? The answer is Jack Ryan. Question number 6. What company, headquartered in Mooresville, North Carolina, was the leader in home improvement commercial sales for a time until 1989, when it was pushed out of the top spot by its primary competitor? Hint, it remains at number 2 both domestically and worldwide, behind the same number 1 since 1989. Number 1 is Home Depot. Number 2 is Lowe's. Question number 7. Canine is to dogs, as feline is to cats, as porcine is to pigs, as bovine is to cows, as equine is to horses, as ovine is to sheep, as vulpine is to foxes, as lupine is to what creatures? The answer is wolves. Question number 8. Disney currently operates 12 parks in 6 cities around the world. Which of the following international cities does not have a Disney theme park? Tokyo, Paris, Beijing, or Hong Kong? Disney does not have a theme park in Beijing. Question number 9. What Japanese dance drama art form is widely known for its all-male cast, but actually found its roots in the opposite tradition, with women playing both female and male roles until they were banned from performing in 1629? That specific type of theater is called kabuki. Question number 10. A geographic antipode is any location's opposite point on the planet. Most cities in the United States have antipodes in the Indian Ocean, but what American state's capital has an antipode in Botswana? The answer is Hawaii. Question number 11. In Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, warning, spoiler alert, Han Solo ends up frozen in a slab of carbonite. What are his last two words as he's about to be frozen? He's about to be frozen. Princess Leia has just said, "I love you," and he says, "I know." Question number 12. What U.S. president not only had 2 shoes thrown at him while next to the Iraqi prime minister, but also a grenade thrown toward him while with the president of Georgia, though he didn't know about the grenade until after the rally at which the assassination attempt took place? The answer is George W. Bush. Question 13. The nucleobases which comprise the base pairs making up our genetic code in our DNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine. Which of these is not present in RNA where uracil is found instead? The one not present in RNA is thymine. Question number 14. Upon landing in modern-day California, this English explorer named his West Coast landing spot Nova Albion. What was the name of the man who also made bitter enemies with the Spanish, who had a price on his head, and later was second in command in the English victory over the Spanish Armada? His name was Sir Francis Drake. Question number 15. He ruled nobly for the first 6 months of his reign, but was famously erratic and cruel for the years that followed. His nickname, by which he is best known, translates to Little Military Boot. He was slain by Cassius and replaced by Claudius. Who is this Roman emperor? I feel like this question has popped up a couple times in the Final 50 Trivia Challenge. The answer is Caligula, or at least some version of that question. Question 16. What 72-story skyscraper holds the current, as of 2022, record as the tallest building in the United Kingdom that sits near the coast of the Thames in London and is named after its distinctive shape and reflective nature, which much resembles a small piece of glass? They call that building the Shard. Question number 17. This character's first big screen depiction was received poorly when he was a silent side character in X-Men Origins Wolverine. but he went on to have 2 successful movies of his own. Portrayed by Ryan Reynolds in all 3 outings, whose 3rd standalone movie will place him in the MCU? That's the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Ryan Reynolds plays the character of Deadpool. Question number 18, frequently a top contender on lists of the worst movies ever made. What 2003 drama made by a Polish-American artist named Tommy Wiseau centers on a love triangle, deception, and barely related unresolved side plots? The name of this movie was called The Room. Question number 19. Titania is the largest moon of Uranus and the 8th largest in the solar system. It has 15 named craters, which include Adriana, Bona, Calpurnia, Eleanor, Lucetta, Marina, and Phrynia. These names, and those of other craters, all belong to characters invented by what author? These are all characters from William Shakespeare. And question 20. This rifle, designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov and sneakily named after its creator, was designed to replace outdated Soviet bolt-action rifles and submachine guns. What is the popular name of this rifle, the most manufactured in the world? Called the automatic Kalashnikov, it is an AK-47. Alright, that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Thank you to Brooklyn. Excellent quiz today. All the questions were good. Like I said, I think we're getting close to 50 episodes now of the Final 50 Trivia Challenge, and we're starting to have some questions that overlap just a little bit. Maybe they're asked a little bit different, maybe they're pretty similar, but that's going to happen when 50 people who don't know each other are all writing a random trivia quiz. It's interesting to see which categories and questions get repeated, because that's one of the things that I try on the channel when I'm writing questions, is to avoid writing the same question all the time. And it's tough to do by myself, and obviously impossible to do when you don't know who else is writing questions. But I did have everybody who submitted a quiz to the Final 50 Trivia Challenge did submit 25 questions, or most of them did. And so with those extra questions, I was able to plug in a few new questions into some of these quizzes, but most of those questions I'm leaving for the live episode, which will be next week, September 28th. So all of those extra questions from those 50 trivia quizzes that were submitted will not go to waste. They will be asked during the trivia portion of the live episode. So stick around next week, September 28th. If you want to watch the live episode, we'll have a AMA. We are probably going to push back the studio tour since none of our stuff is here from England yet. All I've got is a desk and a laptop. I could do a studio tour, but it would be basically a 2-second video while you looked at my desk and my laptop. But we'll do other stuff. We'll ask questions. We're going to play some trivia. We're obviously giving away $500 cash to one of the people who submitted a quiz for the Final 50 Trivia Challenge. That's the big part. That's the big reason we're doing the live episode. I think that'll be a fun way to do it. I ordered some ping pong balls on Amazon probably last week. They're not in yet, but they're supposed to be in soon. And I'll just write everybody's number on one of those ping pong balls, throw them into a big bucket, and if your number gets drawn, then you will win the $500 cash as a thank you for playing the Final 50 Trivia Challenge. Now, with all that being said, here is question 21. Excellent question. Good question. Good job, Brooklyn. Question 21, the tiebreaker for today. What Emmy and Saturn award-winning filmmaker counts the following among his many achievements: writing Armageddon, directing Mission Impossible 3, producing Cloverfield, and creating hit shows including Felicity, Alias, Lost, and Fringe? This Emmy and Saturn award-winning filmmaker is J.J. Abrams. That's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Check back tomorrow for another new trivia quiz in the Final 50 Trivia Challenge. See you then.